This is a Unit 7 review. We're going to be testing on Wednesday. So for the sketching, we said before you set your factors equal to 0. And your signs switch. So from x plus 2, you have a root at -2, -1, and +1. Since these are in between -5 and +5, I'm going to put these in the calculator. I typed it in exactly how it was given to me. And so I'm going to press window, and I'm going to change my x to go between -5 and +5. You can see here there's a little bit of a bounce to it, and it comes down and then goes up and it comes back down. So I'm going to try my best to make it as curvy as possible when I sketch it. So it was below, it came up, it bounced, it crossed, and it crossed again. So I'm going to do the same thing for number 2. I'm going to type it in, go to my calculator, and graph it. And so 1 is my triple root. It kind of changes direction as it goes through. X equals 1. So it crosses at -1 and +1. So it starts above, it crosses, and it kind of wiggles as it goes through. Same for these. We'll put it in y equals. So this one, it just crosses at -3, -2, and at +1. Started above, crossed at -2, crossed at 1. And the same thing for 4. Remember, if you just have x and you set it equal to 0, then it crosses at the origin. And then at +1, +3. So it bounces at 1, then it crosses at, it bounces at 0, crosses at 1, then crosses at 3. So it starts out above, bounces, crosses, crosses, and goes up. And if you can't, for some reason, if the peak in between, you can't figure it out, you can't find it, go to the table and find -4, that works. But say if you had something like x minus 4. One like this, x plus 4, x minus 1, x plus 4. I'm going to try x minus 4. You can't see the peaks, and so I'm going to go to the table. Looks like 36, and then -14. So I'm going to go to my window and say from -50 to 50. Or -50 to 25. Oh, it's backwards. So second, go to window, I'm going to change that to -25 and 50. Then I get a better look of my graph. I mean, just adjust the window, press window, and just kind of fiddle with it. I would just mess with your y min and y max. I'd keep the x min and x max between -5 and 5. So number 5, the division. We said set the denominator equal to 0 to get your number that goes in this box. So x plus 5 equal to 0, so that would be -5. And then we're going to list out our coefficients. So 3, 14, -3, and 7. The first number we always bring down. And then we multiply the number below our line by the number in this box. And we put it in the next column. So 3 times -5 is -15. When I add those, I get -1. Now I'm going to multiply again. -1 times -5 is +5. When you add those, you get 2. And then 2 times -5 is -10. And then when you add those, you get -3. And we called our last term our remainder. And so the one to the left of the remainder is the constant. To the left of the constant is our x term. To the left of the x term is our x squared term. And we just found our coefficients. So our answer, we have 3x squared minus 1x plus 2 plus the remainder over our original divisor, x plus 5. And number 6 is a trickier one. If you notice, you're missing your x cubed and your x term. So when I write out my coefficients, I put a 9, it's my x to the 4th, my x cubed, my x squared, my x, and my constant. I don't have an x cubed, and so I need a 0 in its place. Then I have 5x squared. Then I have 0x. Then I have constant of 2. And so I set the denominator equal to 0. We said it changes sign, so it's positive 2. And then we divide by the coefficient on x. So we have 2/3. And the first number always drops. Then you multiply. And you can put that directly into the calculator. 9 times 2/3. And you get 6. So I put 6 here, and I add, I get 6, then I multiply 6 times 2/3. That gives me 4. Then I add, 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 times 2/3 we just said was 6. 0 plus 6 is 6. Then 6 times 2/3 we said was 4. So when I add, I get 6. So that's my remainder. And there's an extra step. If I have a coefficient on x in my divisor, I have to divide all of these numbers by that coefficient. So 9 divided by 3 is 3, 6 divided by 3 is 2, 9 divided by 3 is 3, 6 divided by 3 is 2, and that's my constant, my x squared, my x cubed. And so I have 3x cubed plus 2x squared plus 3x plus 2, and then my remainder.